Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 19 of the Bearded Truth. And when we're recording this, it's November 19th, but when you're seeing this, it'll be Christmas Day, as you can see with the Christmas decorations that are behind me. So Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates. Today we've got the cousins, Joe and Kyle. How you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Thanks for having us on. We're excited.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Appreciate it.
hmm Yeah, so why don't you guys kind of tell the audience a little bit about what yourselves, how you guys got started on YouTube in the beard game, just kind of a little bit of background information.
Yeah. Joe, do you want to kick us off or you want me to?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and kick us off. So yeah, my name's Joe, and the unique thing about our channel is that Kyle and myself, we're legit cousins, same family and all that, and
Cool.
we grew up together since we were in diapers, and
Nice.
we've always had a close relationship, and we both kind of started getting into the beard stuff around the same time, but Kyle was a little bit before me, and my primarily inspiration to get started in the beard game, and
Cool.
introduced me to the bearded community and all that stuff. And next thing you know, we have our own channel talking beard stuff, and here we are.
Yeah. Cool. So I know we've kind of talked about this behind the scenes, and for anybody that hasn't seen your YouTube channel, why is it called Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe? Like, why, and I think it's also in your bio, like a unique spin on like beard reviews or something along those lines. Why don't you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah. So one thing we wanted to do is we wanted to kind of make it clear that we're not really just a review channel. We're not just a beard tips and tricks channel. We kind of want to cover on everything. If you're someone who's looking to just enter the game for 30 days for No Shave November, you can get some info here. If you're a lifelong, beardo, you can kind of hang with us for the long run. So we wanted to make it truly just beard talk. There's many times when Joe and I are just kind of going back and forth, giving our opinion on different topics, different products. But then, of course, at the same time, we're going to give serious reviews. We're going to break down price, feel and beard, scent, the artwork on the bottle, just go over everything. And then something that we've even turned up even more are those tips and tricks type of videos, videos for beginners, so on and so forth. So we wanted to come out with something that's going to be a little unique. We wanted both of our names to be in there since it is a kind of a split screen, double review, double video type of deal. And we want to be ourselves,
For sure.
Joe and I, once we start or when we're done filming all the time, we're on there extra time, just kind of, shooting the breeze and just talking, hanging out, being cousins, being friends like we are. So
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I got to give credit to Kyle. He came up with the name, and I agreed that Kyle and Joe rolled off the tongue a lot better than Joe and Kyle. So we
get that
have
question
asked, why is Kyle's name first? And it does, and by my own admission, it rolls off the tongue better. So
For sure.
I have no problem playing second fiddle when it comes to that part.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Really, like when I first started watching your videos, it's a really cool concept. Like two different opinions, like two different styles of beards, like over Zoom, doing like beard talk. It's a really cool concept for sure. And for everybody watching, if you haven't seen their channel, I'll have it linked down below, as well as their Instagram. So what were some of your early products that you guys tested after starting Beard Talk with Kyle and Joe?
Yeah, good question. So Joe and I would say, got into the beard game somewhat heavy before we started our channel, like Joe mentioned before.
Yeah.
Some of the companies that we kind of started off with, kind of just speaking for myself for sure, is Second Chance Beard Company.
Cool.
This is kind of a smaller family-owned business, and then Husky Beard Co. Beard and Grooming now. We're pretty close with Ray, the owner.
Cool.
Those are kind of two companies that I feel like I really started with. The first bottle of beard oil I ever bought outside of like the Amazon purchase, which I think
Yep.
excuse me, everyone starts with and
Mm-hmm.
thinks it's so cool until you get some really good stuff. Was Fable. The
Cool.
Hero
Yep.
the Hero still is the only full 1 ounce bottle of beard oil I ever finished.
Wow.
Because once we
Cool.
started our channel, we're really lucky. Companies
Yeah.
reach out, send us stuff, and then you can
Mm-hmm.
see this is most of my stash.
Yeah,
And
you've got a couple of things there.
yeah, just a few things. And Joe's angle's right in the middle, but Joe probably has double
Oh
what I
yeah.
have, which is
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
I just counted my oils, and including what Kyle that I sent over to Kyle for testing. I think I'm at 273 oils right now.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and then butters and balms are anyone's guess.
For
My
sure.
balms I have in like a basket that's just needs to be organized, and the butters are
Yeah.
stacked, but I haven't counted those and stuff. But
Mhm.
Yeah, we do try to pay it forward though. I would say I've probably given away I don't know, 8 to 10% of my stuff.
Cool.
And the truth is, I do it for people who support us, obviously, but
Mhm.
I have a couple of my favorites on there that are starting to go bad. And it's not that
Yeah.
they're going to hurt you, but the scent just starts going a little sour on you.
right.
Okay.
So that's no fun.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think I saw a video on your guys' Instagram page of Joe's collection. It's just
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like Dan C. Like it's so epic and awesome, but it's also like a little overwhelming. Like how
Try walking into the room every day.
Right.
It's very overwhelming. I've definitely overwhelmed myself, but
Oh, for sure.
and it's a mixture because I mean, like Kyle said, we've, as our channel's grown, we've, it seems like we've gained a lot of respect from a lot of companies who've
Mhm.
had, no issues with, sending us some products to try, test, review. But I mean, I'm out of those, 270 some oils. I mean, I can guarantee that 80 to 85% of them I've bought with my own money.
Cool.
So, and the purpose of that is because of, just the relationship building with
Mhm.
companies and just giving them the support.
For sure.
Mhm.
As much as we appreciate getting, some free stuff once in a while, it's nice to give back and really
Mhm.
support their company, especially if it's one that we truly believe in, and
Mhm.
there's a lot that we truly believe in. So
Mhm.
yeah, they've dipped into my bank account quite a bit, and
Oh
I
yeah.
have no regrets about it. So
Yep. Yeah, totally. I just I've got some stuff from Fable coming soon. I got their Claws beard oil and their the Elf beard butter. So that
Nice.
should be
yeah,
here. That should be here in the next few days. I'm excited about that.
nice.
That's awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, Fable, man, they've really come a long way. Not that they were like not good at a point
Yeah.
or anything, but I mean they're getting pretty legit. They got to be
Hmm.
one of the biggest in the game.
Hmm.
So good for them. And
Yeah, totally.
we know Colin. We have an affiliation with Fable, which
Yeah.
is really fun.
Cool.
And I think they've really, in my opinion, pushed the CBD line. Like I
Yeah, for
feel
sure.
like CBD has been out there for a little while. I have a
Mhm.
couple bottles of CBD by smaller companies that were
Okay.
like, yeah, it's good, but
Yeah, cool.
whatever.
For sure.
But I'm actually wearing the grower right now,
Cool.
and man, their CBD is just fantastic.
Hmm.
Mhm.
For anybody that doesn't know, why buy a CBD beard product?
Good question. So, in my opinion, and I got to say that because everyone's going to be different, which is part of what makes the beard game great. It's just
Mhm.
an extra oil ingredient that's going to
Cool.
add a little something to the product.
Okay.
For me, CBD works more like a beard butter. Like it's going to get my beard
Okay.
really soft, and it's going to get my beard feeling really good.
Cool.
In the winter, there's times if I use a product that doesn't 100% agree with me, I'll want to apply beard oil twice, which
Oh wow.
I shouldn't have to do.
Yeah, for sure.
But a product like a good CBD oil, etc. I just never even come close to having to do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we put out a really a good video on our take on CBD that we're
Cool.
really proud of, and I got a good response,
Mhm.
right away. And we talked about our pros and cons of it, and that's just solely based on our experience. But
For sure.
what the awesome thing about CBD is, I mean, it goes beyond beard products. CBD does wonders for a lot of people who have certain medical conditions and things like that. But if you're narrowing it to just the beard game, yeah, I mean, I agree 100% with Kyle. It does something to your beard that just makes it feel really good, really soft, and
Cool.
really easy to work with, and
Okay.
things like that.
Right.
And with us having two different types of beards,
Yep.
for me it took as good as the Fable is, and it took like 2 weeks for me to really start noticing a difference between
Okay.
oils and other oils, and I think that's just how my beard was, and I've heard that within the community as well.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't used any CBD beard oils, but I do have like normal like CBD oil like that I take like before I go to sleep. Sometimes if I just can't fall asleep, and
Mhm.
it like I feel like it does one of two things. It either like keeps me up, but like gives me like a bunch of like creative ideas, or I sleep for like 11 hours straight.
Right. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So you mentioned Fable. What are some other CBD beard oils or beard products that you guys have tried?
So so again, like you said, it is November 19th. So soon we're dropping a review. By the time this podcast release, it'll be probably 3 weeks old by now.
Yeah.
But for a company called Bearded Oregon,
Okay, cool.
it's a newer product by them, and again, you could obviously, maybe even if you've seen the review already, but I know me personally, I love it. It's
Cool.
a great CBD oil. And the biggest thing to me for it, and again, I'm just repeating everything that's in the review, but it just sounds funny because we haven't filmed the review yet, is it's $20 a bottle. Most
Okay.
CBD bottles, I would say the average is about 28 to 30. And I would say it's as good as I tried.
Yeah, for sure. Cool.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to film that because I just mentioned that some of the CBD that I've tried, it took about 2 weeks for me to really notice a difference. This is the first CBD that I got an instant reaction from. I noticed from the get-go that this was a different kind of oil, and that it was
Cool. Okay.
one of the best feeling oils that I put in my beard. So really excited because they're a company that we've reviewed before, and one of my critiques on them was putting themselves out more, and I still wish they would do that, because with this product, it needs to be exposed because it's that good.
That's cool. And I'll definitely be watching that video when it goes live.
Yeah.
So funny with like it's happened a few times like when I've been recording these podcasts, and there's like we'll talk about things that like haven't been like the video like that haven't even like been done yet, but because of how many episodes I'm putting out, like before this comes out, it'll be out. It's one of those funny things about like video creation.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes.
Sounds funny. We haven't even had Thanksgiving yet.
And what better gift on Christmas is to turn on your phone screen, computer screen, or TV and see our lovely faces. So Merry
Right.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the Christmas gift, the Bearded Truth Christmas gift from the cousins.
Right.
on this.
Yeah. So what does your typical like morning beard routine look like for both you guys?
You want me to go first, Joe?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
So life is just so, as you know, for everyone, it's just so crazy right now. But let me go pre-COVID because hopefully we'll be there soon.
Yeah.
So this will happen again. So I got in the routine of showering in the morning more. which we'll see because now we have 2 kids and it's more tough to do that when they get up at 5:30 in the morning. But so yeah, I like to take a shower in the morning, obviously wash out the oil and the butter that was in there from the day before. I'm someone who chooses to use beard wash. I will call it 6 days a week, but typically it's 7 days a week. And as long as you're taking care of your beard, I never have any issues with drying it out or dry skin, clumping up, anything like that. So I do want to use a wash and a beard wash and a beard conditioner every morning.
Cool.
And then obviously throw in some oil, give that a few minutes to soak in. And then my beard, I like my beard to kind of sit down and get that like nice round shape.
Yep.
Like I pretty much am having right now. It's impossible for me to do that without heat. I have a very curly beard, and actually Joe and I were kind of just saying we need to update our like morning routine videos and things like that. It's been months.
Yep.
So yeah, so when some oil's in there, I use a heated brush. A beard or a blow dryer doesn't even do the trick. A blow dryer just makes my beard just poof out. And that kind of does the opposite. So yeah, I spend a good 10-12 minutes, throwing some heat in there. Yeah, and then normally I'll go oil only, but I would say I don't know, probably half and half. I'll either use a balm or a butter, something like that. But I do like the oil only feel most of the time. But we have a video about this as well. We both have gotten into balms so much more lately.
Interesting.
We shied away from them for a while. But I think the key to anything, but especially a balm, is know your beard and know what works for you. Like with balm, for me, I just want to go over the top, just to hold it down. If I kind of go underneath and everything, my beard kind of looks way down. So yeah, so that's a little bit about my morning routine. But just like Joe, and I'm sure most beardsmen, I take longer to get ready than my wife, which is hilarious because I don't even have hair in my head. So.
Totally.
Right. I know, and I take extra long because I have a good.
All right, everybody. So we had some little technical issue. We're back now. So Joe, why don't you continue explaining your morning routine?
Yeah. So I always, I don't have any kids yet, so it's easy for me to, shower whenever I please. And I mean, the first thing I do is I wake up, brush my teeth, and I hop in the shower. It's just something I feel like I have to do. And, before COVID, I was always using a beard wash and a beard conditioner or co-wash. And usually, so before COVID, I was using a beard wash about 4 or 5 times a week, maybe. Maybe even 3, just kind of depending. I use a pine tar soap to strip everything out, maybe like once or twice a month. That always helps. And then I'll usually like conditioner co-wash about 5 or 6 times. And then I'll have one day that was just nothing but a complete rinse in the shower. Get water in there. That's always nice. Now that COVID is here and kind of kicking butt, I usually wash at least 6 times a week. My job, I work out in the public and have to do things like that. So
that makes sense.
It's pretty important that I wash and then just to make sure that my beard isn't dried out. Conditioner, co-wash, pretty much to match that. So, and then usually I'll dry my beard to about 70, 80% dry, and start using one of my Chicago combs to get those tangles out, throw in my favorite oil of the day or anything that I'm testing. And I am a blow dryer guy, so as you can see here, obviously our beards are so different. I like the big poof look, so I use a blow dryer. And then, just make sure it's styled, and that's pretty much my morning routine in a nutshell.
Cool. Do you usually go like with a butter or a balm, or is just mostly oil like most of the time?
Yeah, mostly I'm just using an oil.
Cool.
But if I do feel like I'm just, having a difficult day and I'm just not getting it to where I want, if
Yeah.
I have the matching balm, I'll go ahead and I'll throw that in as well. If
Hmm.
anything, it's usually just for that little bit of extra nourishment.
For
There's
sure.
a lot of good softer balms that are out there that will provide
Hmm.
that for you,
Yep.
which is really good. Once in a while, I'll use a butter, but butters I primarily like for at night.
And yep. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I've kind of been. I started more with balms. But then like as I've kind of experimented, I got a butter sent to me from Urban Beards, which is a Canadian company,
Yeah.
just based in Toronto. So since using that, I've been like starting to experiment with more butters. So like as I mentioned earlier, I've got Fables on the way.
Nice.
What are the ones? I think I've got another one coming. I am probably gonna make an order for with Copper Johns and possibly Bearded Coast on
Okay.
Black Friday.
Yeah. I would highly recommend you do.
Yeah,
Those are two really, really good butters and
for
two
sure.
companies. I mean, I know we're really close with
Totally.
and stuff. And yeah, you won't. You'll definitely like those products for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And Tyson and Scott were early guests on this podcast.
Oh,
So
nice.
definitely want to show them some love. I just got some stuff in from Beard Brothers out in New York.
Okay.
Because I talk to their owner quite often, and he's been on my podcast twice. Once just him and I, and then once with another reviewer named Jose Beard Rose. And yeah, so I wanted to show him some love. So I got their Jack Frost Christmas scent in the oil and the balm. Because I'm gathering products for like a Christmas like a top Christmas products video that I'm doing, which will be out by the time this is out.
Nice.
um, yeah, it's funny because I'm still waiting on a few different products. I have a couple more being sent to me, a couple that I ordered. When I buy from Copper Johns, if Coming Home is still available on Black Friday, I'm gonna probably pick up that one in the combo, just because
Nice.
I add that to
Yeah,
the
that's a
list.
that's a good one.
Hmm. For sure.
For
What
sure.
are some of your guys go to when you're not testing? What are some of your go to oils and like balms and butters?
Yeah, I'll start off with that. Yeah, my go-to, and it's really been kind of like a no-brainer for me as of late, is whiskey and hardtack.
Mm,
I absolutely love everything about that company, starting from
okay.
the owner. Holly and her husband Don are two amazing people first and foremost, and
Cool.
just all across the board. I mean, they just
Mm-hmm.
make amazing products from their oils to their butters to the wash and conditioner. It's absolutely amazing, and they have some of my favorite scents that I own to go with it. So, whiskey
Nice.
and hardtack definitely. Husky
Cool.
beard
Yeah.
grooming is absolutely outstanding
Mm-hmm.
as well, and so yeah, and got to mix in the Fable here and there. Fable is one of my biggest collections as well. So
Yeah.
so many. I mean, there are
Totally.
so many, but
Yeah. I
those are
mean,
probably the big ones.
yeah. When you have 273 oils and
Right.
countless butters and balms, you gotta like having like using the same one like often is probably very difficult.
Yeah, and I mean that again. I mean that having that many product. I mean that says a lot about whiskey and hardtack. That
Hmm.
out of all the stuff I have to choose from, it's usually like a no-brainer to go with whiskey
Hmm.
and hardtack when we're not testing and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Cool. And then Kyle, what about you? What are some of your
Yeah.
go-to
Yeah,
products?
same thing. It can be tough. I definitely just trying to think about what I've worn recently when we're not testing, which is rare to be honest. But
Hmm.
Copper Johns, I
Yep.
love Husky is one of my all-time favorites.
Cool.
Their Siberian, which is a cologne I love.
Okay.
Um, I would say Last Looks. Last Looks is like arguably my favorite company.
Okay.
I love. We did a video about their ginger ale scent, which was
Ooh.
my personal favorite
Cool.
scent of 2020.
Okay.
I love their products. Um, Another one I've been getting into like big time lately. I find myself wearing this the most when I'm not testing is Ready Man.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, we've developed a great relationship with Jimmy. I mean, it's one of those companies I can't tell you something I don't like. Like their
Yeah.
feel and beard is unbelievable. Their
Cool.
scents are all over the place. They're all unique. You're not going to find anything like them. Their whip butter was phenomenal. He got
Cool.
rid of that. He went
Oh,
to a
wow.
poured, which broke
Okay.
my heart. But their poured butter is amazing. Have you tried
Cool.
it yet, Jordan?
No, I haven't. I have an ever-growing list of companies that I want to try.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I'm actually I just put in some Ready Man butter.
Cool.
And,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I
Yeah,
got
man,
the Thanksgiving one.
yeah, he has a Thanksgiving scent that Joe I think is about to show off.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's truly a one. You have to smell it. Like it's
Cool.
just. It smells like Thanksgiving dinner, but it's not
Oh.
disgusting. Like doesn't smell like gravy or butter. Nothing gross. It just smells like Thanksgiving dinner, but it's
Wow.
not like your typical fall scent. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yep.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So shout out to Jimmy on that one, and
Mhm.
some companies that I really have grown to love recently that like they weren't like all-time favorites for me. I kind of just tried them
Mhm.
because we did reviews.
Yep.
Rugged Smuggler.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yep.
Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Kingsman.
Oh, not Kingsman. I just had it. Oh, well, Beards Dignified's another big
Yep.
one.
Okay. Cool.
We did our first collab ever with them. I don't know if you got a
Cool.
chance to try that.
Haven't yet.
But yeah, it was really cool. We were able to do the butter with actually it's half poured, half whipped. Because
Oh,
I like
cool.
whipped butter. Joe likes poured butter.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so the scent profile is insane. Like, Grant, the owner, was seriously like, just give me your favorite scent. So we gave him like 10. He just threw them all out. That's really what we did.
Wow. Cool.
So, but yeah. Oh, another one I was going to name. Sorry, I just looked right here and remember is Norseman.
Norseman. Yep. Yeah, I've heard good things about them.
Yeah, I was blown away. The feel and beard is unbelievable.
Cool.
So.
That's awesome. What are some of your guys' go-to like combs? Like, if you're gonna like comb out your beard, like which comb are you gonna go with?
Yeah. So as of late, it's been Chicago combs.
Yep.
That those carbon fiber combs are unbelievable.
Yep.
So I use the number 6, which is like
Okay.
looking, type comb.
Mhm.
I'm getting to the point where I'm probably going to start shying away from it just because my beard is getting longer.
Mhm.
But the number 7 pick comb,
Cool.
that really helps with the volume. I mean, how my beard looks right now is a big part of the number 7 pick comb, and then the number 8. I use all 3 of those in my routine
Cool. For sure.
every night before bed.
Mhm. Yep.
And that one is excellent for getting those tangles out. It's
Mhm.
it's a bigger comb. The teeth are wide, they're long, and they really get in there to get those tangles out.
Mhm. Cool. Yep.
Yeah, so I've been using my favorite combs. I still use my Kent comb every once in a while, which I still love. I have not tried the Chicago combs. I'm like embarrassed to say that.
Yeah. Neither have I, so you're not alone.
Okay.
But yeah,
I
I'm definitely gonna get one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I haven't ran across anyone who even said they were mediocre. Like everybody loves them. So I got to try them. I have a comb. I guess it's considered a brush. Obviously, you can't see it well, but it's right there.
Okay.
From Main Jack, which is I guess brush beard comb company.
Yep.
So I use that a lot. I still use my Husky Oxhorn comb.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then I'm still the boar's hair brush brush over the top. I still use that every day for texture to tame this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, question for you, if you don't mind.
Okay,
Jordan.
for sure.
So a bearded podcast, you don't see a ton. It seems like a lot of beard guys veer off the path when they do their podcasts. So, when you do your podcast, do you have like a structure of questions you want to ask? Do you always stick to beard stuff, or like, I'm just curious your mindset when you were kind of going into it, and then now that it's off the ground.
Yeah. So like even like right from the jump, like from like my original, like my first podcast that I did from like June to the end of July. Like we wanted it to, like, it's gonna center around beards, but bearded, like there's I don't know if there's any bearded guy that all like his entire life is just beards. So
Right.
like I always try to like, especially like now with the bearded truth, because it's beard, like beards, like I try to have that be like the main kind of like anchoring like topic, but
Mm.
then I go like when I did mine with Seth, like that ran for like 5 hours. We talked about literally everything from like music, conspiracy theories, aliens, like concerts that we've been to, like places that we've been to. I talked to people about like their favorite movies, like favorite historical period, all that kind of stuff. Just because like that's one, especially with the bearded truth. Like one of the main things was like bringing people on and kind of just giving them more eyes to kind of see what they're doing, what they're all about.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Really cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten into podcasts huge lately,
Mm-hmm.
like huge. I'm a big YouTuber, big.
Yep. Oh yeah. Same here.
And I'm not talking about like content we create, obviously, but like there's
Mhm.
4 or 5 channels I follow. But I'll
For
tell you, I
sure.
think I follow more podcasts just as much these
Okay.
days.
Cool.
And I'll tell you, I've learned so much. I got into like, I'm not like a big politics guy, but I got into,
Yeah.
this election was so crazy. I got into
Yeah.
it, and I've been
Yep.
listening to a few podcasts, hearing both sides,
For
yada
sure.
yada.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really big into barbecue, like
Cool.
smoking meat and stuff.
Nice.
Got into that huge this summer, so there's a
Okay.
few podcasts I listen to with that,
Cool.
and it's kind of like beard stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
went into it and I'm like, what the heck is a barbecue podcast?
Yeah.
And every episode, I'm like,
Yep.
I'm like, I got to try this. So that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just kind of, yeah, and especially like that's another thing with the beard truth, like why I've had like guys like Tyson and Scott and like other owners on, because like for a while I was involved with like the beard struggle. I don't know how much you know about them, but I was involved with them for a while,
Mhm.
and just kind of saw like how it was just not a good space. So I wanted to like really focus on like using my platform to give like smaller company owners, and then like also other like bearded content creators like more eyes to see like what they're doing, so that like
Right.
they can grow and
Right.
like have more reach.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So which part of the country are you in, Jordan?
I'm in Ontario in Canada.
Oh my gosh. So you know how like you get a niche, but you don't want to be rude? This is
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
So look, Joe's laughing. Joe's like, you're always rude. I'm just kidding. So
Knew you were Canadian a mile away.
I knew you were Canadian a mile away. Oh, I'm being serious. And I mean
Okay.
that as a compliment. So
For sure.
my great aunt and uncle live in Hamilton.
Oh, cool.
So I'm not saying I'm there all the time. I've been there like 5 times in my entire life. But
Mhm.
when you were saying out, you said like out.
Yeah.
That's a Canadian accent.
Yep.
I swear I almost asked you that. I should have. It was such a gut feeling. I knew it. Well,
Yep.
awesome. Dude. First of all, I love Canada.
Mhm.
Love Canada.
Yeah.
Ontario, or not Ontario.
You wouldn't be
Toronto.
here if you did it.
Toronto is such a cool city, man.
Totally.
It's like you're in New York, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So, well, that's cool, man. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's so funny.
yeah.
I should have said something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's funny. I've had a lot of people like go the other way and just like assume that I live somewhere in America for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Cause I've noticed like especially recently, like, cause there's like a bunch of like a few like buddies who I've met like through like the bearded community who are American, and like we'll be on Zoom and like I'll kind of, or like even like for podcasts, like I'll notice like there's a bit of like an American kind of twang that sometimes like kicks into like my accent every once in a while, which is kind of funny to see. Because I have cousins that live in Texas, but then I also like years ago had family in I think Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay.
So Yeah.
That's as American as it gets right there.
Yep. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we're not too far from you. We're in the Cleveland area.
Oh yeah,
so
cool.
We're only
Yep.
about 4 or 5 hour drive probably
Hmm.
from you. So
Yeah. It's always funny about. Or sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say we recently tried, I think, our first Canadian company in Barden. Was that
Oh,
our first
Barden.
one, Joe?
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
of them.
And
first and might be even our only one.
I think it is, yeah. And
Okay.
awesome
Or
stuff.
you know what? Well, I have an oil and one oil, one butter from Ginger Beards.
Okay.
Oh, is he out of Canada? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, but and I believe he's out of Canada. But
Cool.
Barden is like the first one that we've for sure highlighted and the only one that we've highlighted thus far.
Okay. Cool.
And amazing company, absolutely amazing.
Right.
Yep.
So when you buy a bigger, product from a bigger company, just say like Fable, or Husky, something like that, Octane, whatever.
Yeah.
Are you paying more in shipping because
Oh.
of
Yes, I am.
that? I honestly, I would assume you would, but I had
Oh yeah.
no idea.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I just got stuff from. Oh yeah. It was Weird Beard Co., which I think is based in Indiana.
Okay.
That I think.
They're like brand new.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just got their stuff in today. Put the cigar box. It's back there somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So I think I paid, oh gosh, like $20 for shipping.
Wow. So basically you're doubling the order on it, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
because I would say we're used to, what would you say, Joe? The average, $6 to $8.
Yeah.
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I ordered a beard balm from Slack Squatch Beard Co. out in, I think Iowa. Yeah, I think Storm Lake, Iowa. They're also a newer company. And their owner Colt Slack was the first ever owner on my podcast. So we talk almost every day. And I ordered one $13 balm, but then I think with the shipping, it was probably close to 30. So he threw in a second balm for free because it was like the shipping was just disgusting. Like,
wow. So do you find a lot of Canadian, like is in America, beards are huge. Beards are the flavor of the month going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
Is that the way it is up north? No.
Not in most places. Like where I live in Ontario, it's like, yeah, I'm very much the minority.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But different parts of Canada, like more country, like kind of like further west, I would say, or even like further east. It's a lot more common, but yeah, Ontario, it's not super common.
Okay. Yeah. Because I would say like, when I go into, well, not anymore, but when I go into work, I would say 2 to 3. I work with a lot of people, but 2 to 3 times a week, like a guy will stop me and be like, "Man, I've seen you around. I got to ask you some questions about your beard."
Cool.
So it's a big thing. Like No Shave November trickle. It seems like every year it's trickling more and more to like
For sure.
make it to at least New Year's.
Yep.
So, which is awesome. Drives me nuts. My biggest pet peeve by far. A lot of people I hate the beard questions. Like I don't mind the beard questions. I hate when people go, I had to shave. It itched so bad. And I'm just like, it's because you're not taking care of
exactly.
your beard.
Yep.
Get beard oil.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and especially now, like, there's no excuse for having a bad beard and like just being lazy with it. Like, there's so much content out there now about like Dan C has his like carrier oil series, and so many different reviewers like trying out all kinds of different products. Like,
Right.
Odds are, if you want to look up like a product and want to hear somebody's thoughts on it, there's probably a review somewhere on YouTube for it that someone's done.
Right. Right. Good point.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, totally. So when you guys are like planning a review, what does that process usually look like, and how long does it typically take?
Go ahead, Joe.
Uh, so usually, if it's for a company that, reaches out to us and, we, come to some sort of agreement on us, getting some products and doing the review for, we always prioritize them, out of respect,
Sure.
So usually, once we get a product that we're ready to review, whether it's, us just deciding to put a review out or us doing it for a company that we've made an agreement to, at minimum, we're trying the products for review for at least a week.
Mhm.
I know for me, if it's a product that I'm not into, I'll probably wear it actually even more, just to make sure that I really don't like it before I, give like a negative review on it
For
on
sure.
camera, because I want to make sure, because Beard Octane is one of the most popular, if not the most popular beard company out there right now,
For sure.
and and I mean, you talk to anybody, and just about everybody loves them who's used them. When I first used it, I was like, I don't see it. Like, it's
Yeah, fair.
okay. And I started
Okay.
wearing it more and more and more, and I'm like, now I see it. So being patient. So
For sure.
um, I know negative reviews can be hard to hear for, not just company owners, but even some of our awesome subscribers and viewers that, if we're not liking something, they'll let you know about it. I want to,
Oh yeah,
if I'm not into something, I want to give it a fair shake.
for
So
sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, another thing I know I try to do, and I know Joe does too, is typically we'll get an oil balm butter. Typically,
Cool. Okay.
I try to use all three products
Sure.
together and separately. So
Yep.
I'll go oil only, I'll go oil balm, oil butter. I'll do butter over just by itself overnight, things like
Yep.
that. Really, make sure we give it a fair shake. Kind of like to Joe's point, if
For
he's wearing
sure.
something he doesn't like, he wants to wear it longer to
Yeah, of course.
make sure he gives it a fair shake. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm by the time if it's not out by the time this is out, there's a serious problem. But I'm working on I'm planning a review on a UK company called Midas Beard Co. And they
I think they just followed us. I know exactly who you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, I saw that in your story. They liked a whole bunch of your photos. I was like, oh,
Uh,
they're
I'm sorry, did you say miners? Miner?
no,
Midas.
Midas. Okay.
Midas. Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that they liked a bunch of your photos. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Because
They have like a really good like presentation that's
yeah.
like there with
So
a
I
lot
think
of companies.
where is it? Wait, got their boxes. Oh yeah, you can see them behind me there.
Oh yeah, the black box there.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, incredible presentation. Their logo's awesome, but at least for me, their oil is so bad. Like
Really?
literally, the first time I used it, I could feel it already starting to dry out my beard.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Literally, first time use, I was like, oh yeah, this is not good.
Yeah, we haven't tried any UK companies.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. There's another UK company called the Rune Beard Co. that's sending me out their Christmas products, which should be here any day now. But yeah, you got to be careful because Midas claims to be like the UK equivalent of FDA approved, which is CPSR, but the certificate they sent me and that they've sent to a couple other reviewers is probably not legitimate.
Oh wow.
So it's just and I'll be touching on all this in my review. But their Boris hair brush is an identical copy of one from another company, but it's twice the price.
Wow.
So
So your channel, you're definitely doing these podcasts, and then also you want to get into reviews.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even
So
more.
I've done three reviews so far, and an unboxing, I believe. At the time of recording this, just because, like as I mentioned earlier, I'm in school right now for business marketing. So that's been ridiculously busy this semester so far. um, but yeah, I have so many products that I'm like in the midst of testing. Like, there's a Canadian company that I would recommend is Educated Beards. Um, they they sent me out a whole bunch of stuff, so I've been like using them for a while.
Okay.
And I have the review all planned out. I just have to film it. But I've been so busy with like school, and then just getting these podcasts done has been keeping me busy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because like with the reviews, like they take a lot more prep time. Like this podcast, for example, like I went in, like my preparation was basically watching some of your YouTube videos, like talking to you guys a little bit, and then like looking at your Instagram, and then that's it. But like with a review, like I need to like look at the company, talk about like look into the ingredients, all
Yeah.
the different products, have all the pricing. Like I think for I have it here on my desk. Um, yeah, that's my script for my Midas beard care review.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, I got things to say.
I can tell. Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
but yeah, like the only time I've gotten like hate on a beard review so far is when I reviewed the beard struggle recently. Um, like I got like actual like hateful like DMs from their ambassadors,
Wow.
which was not surprising, but
Yeah.
interesting nonetheless. But then that video is like almost like done better than all my other reviews. Like it's closing in on like 100 views in
Okay.
like a couple of weeks, which is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like mostly I talked about this with Adrian from Beard Review Database recently. He like I was saying, mostly my YouTube channel is this podcast, just because I don't really have time to also be doing like reviews. Like I'm testing products and using like all kinds of different products. Like switching it out every day, like experimenting with like different combs, oils, balms, butters, all that kind of stuff. But I haven't had time to like sit down and actually like review the products and like make the videos and edit the videos and do all that.
Hmm.
But as like school's starting to wind down now, so like as it's doing that, I'm gonna start like, and because I'm off for a month in between first and second semester, so then I'm gonna be trying to get as many reviews done as possible and just schedule them to go live every so often.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely recording these podcasts in advance. I'm kind of impressed, to be honest. Joe and I do everything a week in advance. I think
yeah,
that's on top of it. Over a month. That's pretty good.
yep. Well, yeah, it's just I just try to like this is kind of like the the relaxing part of my day, because like normally I'm doing schoolwork all day, and like I'll do these podcasts like usually at night. Like Dan C, I'm talking to him tomorrow at 9 p.m. And then I've got C Breezy Bearded on Sunday at like 9 p.m. So yeah, it's like like my evening entertainment
Yeah,
is making
I
these
hear it.
podcasts and editing them.
Right, right. No, I hear you.
Hmm. So what do you guys do for like when you're editing a video? Like how long does like what does the editing process look like? How long does it typically take? All that kind of stuff.
Go ahead, Joe.
Uh, so yeah, for a while, man, I was because we didn't know what the heck we were doing, and
Right.
I'm not even confident to say that we 100% know what we're doing still.
Yeah, fair.
A year into this channel, we're just not, we just don't have the skill set, but we're getting there.
For sure.
It was taking us like 3 hours to like to edit like a 20-minute video, which was really bad.
Yeah, fair.
We've cut that
Yeah,
down
for
significantly.
sure.
I mean, we do. I would say we do. I mean, if you look at our videos, there's some nice touches in there,
Hmm.
and stuff. But yeah, the editing process isn't too stressful yet. So it usually takes about, depending on the video, about like for a 20-minute review, maybe an hour, if that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, it seems like getting everything on YouTube, like once you fill out the description, that's the longest part anymore.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
Yeah, it just depends on, like, we don't cut a lot, so like if we screw up, we pretty much just start over.
Oh wow.
Or if it's something that we want to leave in there, we'll just leave it in, and we'll kind of edit it that way.
Yep.
But like any kind of clips or anything that we add in there, and just some little extra stuff, I mean, that usually adds to it. But
yeah, the segments change things a lot. Since we do the reviews, we kind of do 3 different segments: price, presentation, scent, and then feel and beard. So that makes it kind of easier just to put those together
for sure
in the editing program.
Yeah, you guys use iMovie, correct?
No, so the thing is, it's very challenging because using Zoom, having the split screen, and then we don't use our phones, but I work off Apple. Joe works off an Android, so our options are pretty limited. So I don't even remember the name of what it's called. It's a free program, and it's like bare bones, but it gets
yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's called VSDC.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think we talked about it just via DM recently.
Yeah, and so basically, like, I had just went on YouTube, and I had kind of just looked up like best free editing softwares, and there's this guy, I think his name is Jack Cole. He's the big editing software type guy on YouTube. Has a huge channel, and that had made his like top 5 list or something. And out of the ones that I explored that he mentioned, that was kind of just the easiest one to navigate. I definitely want to, now that our skill set's definitely improved on it, I definitely want to look into some other ones. But for right now, we're using like free versions and stuff, so you're only going to get so far. So that'll just depend on when we're ready to commit to maybe actually paying for a software and stuff. But it's going to depend on our skill set and how much that goes. You could have the most expensive editing software, but if you don't know how to use it, then it's version then. So
totally. Yeah, it's like, so I started on iMovie and then switched to Adobe Premiere Rush, which is a step up from iMovie, but a step down from Premiere Pro. And it's a little cheaper. But just with this computer that I'm using, it's like an old base model, like 2013 iMac. So it's just like Premiere Rush wasn't reliable with it.
Right. Yeah, my goal, and I have it like saved in my Amazon cart for a long way down the road, is to get like an iMac or something and explore that. Because I'm not against Apple products. I just prefer like Android phones. But definitely, as far as like a computer goes, I'd definitely go iMac next time.
For sure.
Once this thing crashes, I'm gonna just dish the money out and get an iMac for sure. And
Joe's been dropping it pretty hard, having it to crash.
Right. I'm ready. Like if my screen just takes the tumble right now.
It's like, I don't know what happened. It fell out the window. I don't know. I didn't push it.
Yeah, it just got the wind caught it the wrong way and it just flew out the window.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it can be tough though. Like, to get good equipment. Like, we're working off cameras, nothing crazy, under $100 off Amazon.
Cool.
And then, our laptop's kind of the brain, and, again, Amazon microphones, but it's tough, because if you want to go the right way, MacBook, a good Canon camera, things like that, you're looking at $2,500. I mean, that's
easily.
that's no joke, right?
Yeah, like the camera that Dan C uses, the M50, that's like $750 or $800 alone, plus like a $2,500 computer, like a good MacBook Pro, which is what I want to get eventually. And just have that combo, use that as my webcam, and then also like for my reviews, and then have a better MacBook Pro for editing.
Right. And then just all the accessories you need.
Totally.
You need the memory cards, you know, and that's the thing with how we do our channel is if obviously, you know, we're going to stick with Zoom. So we have to make and people said that you can use a Canon camera to do that.
Yep.
You have to have like a certain attachment
Yep.
that goes to your computer and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot. Like, well, I mean, we can get the camera, we can get the laptop to spend all our money, but then we still can't use it because of all the accessories that we still and probably wouldn't have the money for at the time. Yeah, but
we should Google that if you can use a Canon camera for Zoom. I'm sure you
can. You can.
Yeah, I was gonna say I guarantee you can. You just need like I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I've done it. Yep. Yep. So you just get a little USB to HDMI adapter that plugs into your computer on the USB end, and then you get mini HDMI cable to regular HDMI, and then just connect that together, and then I think you can get like you may need like I think with Canon they have software that you get like as part of having the camera, and then you can run it just like you would a built-in webcam. Like I've done podcast episodes, like a previous podcast where guests have come on using a Canon camera as their webcam.
Wow. That makes sense.
Yeah,
so
that would be outstanding.
So if you think about it, we're doing the same thing. We're using a webcam plugged in USB into our laptop. It's really not that different, you know?
Yeah, it's the same thing. But you're gonna see a huge like quality boost.
Of course.
Yeah, 100%. And then even like what I'll probably end up doing, I'll do the laptop into the DSLR with this big crazy microphone that I have here. It's got like a whole arm system and
nice.
Sweet. And it was only like $87 on Amazon, and it does the job pretty well. Yeah, and it came with the whole kit and all that. But
not bad at all.
Yeah, it makes such a difference to have like a proper like external microphone when you're like recording video rather than just like straight out of a camera, straight out of your computer, straight out of like, the microphone on earphones. Like I've had guests like come on there just using like basic like earbuds as their microphone, and sometimes it sounds fine, but usually you can tell the difference.
I challenge anyone who's going to watch this and hasn't seen our channel. I challenge them to watch our first couple of videos when we're literally just using the built-in camera on the laptop and the built-in.
Yep.
It's the worst quality.
So grainy.
Like it's embarrassing, but at the same time, it's like we got to keep it because you know that's people.
Yeah, that's where you started.
So
yeah, it's the foundation.
Yeah, totally.
Hopefully, one day, if we both end up with Canon cameras, that it will we'll look back at our videos that we have now and we'll be like, can't believe we settled.
No.
Yeah, you'll be Canon cameras, nice computers. Kyle will have a new painted office.
Right. Something better than rose purple.
Like if you look at it, like Kyle, if you scoot over, like you're camouflaged. Your head's camouflaged into.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very close.
It's funny.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
You're just gonna see a beard, the mustache flapping up and down.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like another thing too. I guess like, you know, a difficult thing for us would be, you know, we kind of like both would have to be ready to get a Canon camera because one of us
it's got to be consistent.
Does it? Then one of us is gonna have like absolute and then people are gonna watch be like, what the heck is this other guy doing?
Right.
So it's got to be a coordinated strike.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and those are things like, you don't think about like when you first start a channel, especially a dual host channel like that. And now it's like, as we're talking about it, like, man, now I can't wait to get a Canon camera. Well, I gotta wait till Kyle's ready to to do it too.
Yeah.
Stuff. So, yeah, but we'll get there. We're enjoying how our videos look for now.
For sure. Yeah, it definitely does the job. And like, if you like, I feel like as a content creator, if you don't go back and like look at your old content and kind of cringe a little bit, like you haven't improved enough.
Yes, good point. Yeah.
Excellent point. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's just like even like I don't know if you guys saw Dan C's post today. Like he posted like from his first video and then from his newest video, and just like the quality difference and also his beard length is significantly different.
Right. 2 years ago.
Yeah. I think it was like 2 years ago, like July or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. It flies by too. We hit our 1 year, exactly 1 year on Tuesday, last Tuesday.
Yep.
2 days ago.
That's awesome.
And you didn't even wish me a happy anniversary, you pig.
I know. Actually, this week I forgot about it until I just looked. Because we have a 1 year anniversary stream coming up.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we're really excited about
Black Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Friday. Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I definitely want to get into like live streaming more. Like I've done a few on Instagram, but once I've tried live streaming on YouTube from this computer, and it's just not a good situation at all.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, after you like start like consistently doing some on YouTube, it's like at first I loved going on Instagram Live and it was fun to do. Now I'm like I don't say I have no desire to do it, but like I'd rather just hop on StreamYard and just randomly start
yeah, sure,
thing there. Plus that helps. I mean, it helps with the views if you're looking at like counting your views and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Adrian and I are working on something with using StreamYard and kind of figuring out some kind of live stream, but just a matter of figuring out like how to get that all set up and do it well.
Right.
Yeah. By the time this goes live, if everything goes according to plan, we'll be starting to do them. I think we're like aiming for either Wednesday or Sunday nights. Kind of like a beard like news network type thing, and kind of talk about like the different reviews that happened that week and like different products that we're using and all that kind of thing. Yeah, and it was Adrian came up with the idea initially, but he just needed somebody with a little more technical ability than he did.
Yeah, that's different. That's what you got to come up with, something that's different to get people watching, So
yeah, and that's been a cool thing about doing this podcast is like you guys were saying earlier, like there's not a whole lot of like beard podcasts that center most like primarily around beards, and like since doing this, like my channel is like seeing like noticeable growth, like
nice,
which is really cool to see. And like these videos take way less time to make than like recording takes a while, but like the amount of like time, like prep time and editing time, like that goes into these kind of videos is like almost nothing. It's like they're doing well, they're fun to make, like it's just an easy conversation. Like like normally I try to go in with like some prepared questions. Like for Dan C, I have, because I had some time recently, I prepped a whole bunch of questions, but like this one I didn't. It was just kind of like off the dome, and that like that's another one of the things that I kind of was always like intentional about it. Like it needs to be a free flowing conversation, like at first.
Right. Yeah, that's what makes it fun for sure. A lot of it's like with those reviews. If you script them, sometimes it comes off that way. It just depends.
For sure. Yeah. So we're at about a hour and 20 minutes. So I don't want to keep you guys too much longer. But yeah, this has been really fun conversation. Really cool to actually sit down with you guys and kind of learn more about the cousins and what you guys are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, anything you want to know about us, we're game.
Yeah. Yeah, so for everybody watching, I have links down below. Check out their YouTube channels, all kinds of cool videos. Really very like similar format to this, but like with more of a focus on like a specific beard product, or like a brand. And obviously not an hour and a half long.
Right.
But yeah, really, really great channel. Check out their Instagram as well. And if you're looking for any beard products, they have a huge list of affiliate links and like discount links that you guys can use. Yeah, I'll have those linked down below as well. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks you guys for coming on.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much for having us. This was fun for sure.
Thank you.
Cool. Cheers.